I've been chasing whitetail deer since I was 8 years old in the state of Alabama. A family legacy my great uncle passed down to me and something that I'll pass down to my children, grandchildren, nieces, nephews, and others that I have the opportunity to introduce to the sport. Season after season, I've made mistakes and learned valuable lessons that have led me to more than 100 successful whitetail hunts, with 20 of those being your typical Alabama 8-point buck trophy. 3 seasons ago, I found myself in a place where I needed to be challenged. Something needed to change. I sat down and decided to set goals for myself and begin the journey of intentionally chasing the ghost of the southeastern hardwoods, the coveted 150-inch trophy buck. I've had people ask me why I do it. My answer is simple: because few have. In Alabama alone, only 13 bucks over 150 inches were recorded last season in the entire state. That statistic alone gives you enough insight into the difficulty of achieving this task. Since I set my sights on this lofty goal, God has blessed me with 2 of these majestic giants in the last 3 seasons. In those 3 seasons, I feel like I've aged an additional 5 years due to the grit, hard work, and determination it took to achieve what I so desperately desired. I call it the learning and earning years. I compare it to a tradesman apprentice who gets put through the ringer the first few years they're on the job by everyone around them. It's tough, but the end result produces a skilled craftsman who can now teach others the skills of the trade. My teacher was the woods, the deep valleys, the steep ridges, the bottomless swamps, and the mature whitetail. Made me a better man to my wife and children, and gave me the opportunity to make newfound friends that shared similar passions. This season, I went back to the drawing board to regroup, repurpose, and revive my whitetail journey. In the off-season, I put in the prep work that goes unseen. I committed to new physical, mental, and spiritual regimen that allowed me to overcome previous obstacles. I set new goals, dreamed bigger dreams, and started to make plans to get there. The largest goal I've set is to harvest a mature whitetail buck in every state. This week, I've journeyed up to Illinois for the season bow opener with the hopes of harvesting a Midwest whitetail giant with my friend Travis. Travis and I connected over the summer and immediately hit it off. If you could wrap up the Midwest American whitetail spirit and put it into one human body, it would be him. All 6'4", 260 pounds of him. He bleeds red, white, and blue, has grown up working the land with his family, and has a passion for helping others achieve their whitetail dreams, and is a patriot who supports those around him. Travis hosts a lot of people throughout the year, but you see him light up when he talks about hosting those with disabilities. He provides disabled children and adults the opportunity of a lifetime every year to come out and harvest their own whitetail trophy. It's where his true heart shines through and his smile comes out behind that grizzly, bearded face. He'll tell you he's not perfect, but he's got the heart to serve, and that's seen through every inch of his establishment and in the hearts of his team at Bigger Bucks Outfitters. For my time here, Travis has set me up on his personal farm close to the lodge. The night before opening day always seems like a kid on Christmas Eve. I can't sleep, and I wake up multiple times thinking I've missed my alarm to realize I still have several hours to sleep. Finally, when the alarm sounds, my feet hit the floor with great expectancy. I head out to the stand, climb up, and begin to envision the perfect hunt. The sun rises, a few does begin to feed out into the field, and then boom! Out walks a monster buck broadside at 25 yards, and the rest is history. Of course, the hunt didn't go as envisioned, but it ended with my tag being filled on my biggest bow buck to date.
Buck traveling through this area, so I'm sandwiched in between a nice little hedgerow funnel between 2 bedding areas. To my right, I have a field, and that's where my wind is blowing out to right now, so I'm hoping that they come out of these bedding areas. The moonset is around 9 to 10 a.m. today, so I'm hoping, they come get their last little nibbles before the moon sets.
Day 1, morning sit, saw a small buck and a bobcat. I'm headed back out for the afternoon sit right now. Got some good intel of where they seen a buck crossing the road, so I went and scouted it in between the morning and evening sit, and I found a really heavy trail leading to a spot where a nice draw comes down. There's about 4 or 5 intersecting trails there, but I'm about to walk up and get everything set up. I got the .5 and sticks on my back. Not really sure if I'm gonna ground hunt or get up in a tree, a couple of sticks or not, but either way, hopefully it's gonna be the killing setup for the evening.
To my spot, I'm 0 sticks high off the ground, just watching this road crossing. There's a creek that comes in and kind of does a little horseshoe right here in front of me, and then leads into each draw to my right and to my left. And that deer's been jumping this fence right here at this creek crossing, and then going up each of these draws. There's a really good hot feed tree right here of acorns behind me. So I'm just super pumped, but I feel really confident about this setup. I'm literally just got my stand on the tree to get it off the ground enough to sit in it so I'm comfortable. But just really praying that opening day here in Illinois, I get a buck on the ground on the first day. That would just be amazing. There's been a really good buck crossing right here. All right, good morning. It is day 3. The temperatures dropped today. The wind shifted. Had movement this morning. Had a spike hang out and feed for right up under me for a while. And then I had a doe and a fawn with him, just kind of hanging out. She would get over to my left where my wind was, and she'd pause and come back with her fawn, and then she'd go back. She really wanted to go north of here, but she went back in the thicket that's south because she kept catching my wind. But gonna hang out in this stand and for a little bit longer and then see what happens. But yeah, I'm excited. Only slept like 1 hour last night. But I feel like I just drank a Bang energy drink or something. It's gonna be a good day. I can feel it. It's gonna be alright. So I just got to my evening spot on day 4. Back behind me, it's really thick. It's really good bedding with the drainage running up into the middle of this field. I've had 3 different nice 10 points on camera. I'm hoping one of the bigger 2 come out tonight. But I've been waiting to sit this spot until the wind shifted, and it shifted. It's a north wind, perfect for this specific location. It shifted about midday. The moon was underfoot at the same time, so I just got in here early to make sure that in case there was any movement, I would catch it. There were a couple of does that moved through earlier around midday. So, like always, we'll see what happens.
As the sun set on day 4 and it began to rise on day 5, I could just feel something different in the air. Every hunting app out there was indicating that it was going to be a good day. I could feel it. The wind was perfect. The barometric pressure was rising. Everything was aligning. The hard work, the scouting, the grind was going to finally come to fruition.
Meh. Meh. It's day 5. It's day 5 here in Illinois, and I've been hunting this one freaking deer the whole time, and I haven't been able to get a shot on him. I've seen him once, I've seen him twice, and I was just sitting in the stand, and him, along with 2 other really small bucks, freaking walked up, and then they caught my scent. They got downwind of me, caught my scent, and he started to freak out. I don't think I got the shot on film. I got it on my Tacticam, but he freaking came, and I did just a little bleat at 60 yards, and my freaking scope on my crossbow kept fogging up, so I couldn't get a good shot. I couldn't get him in the sights, so I kept wiping it off, and then I realized my mask was causing it to come up, and so after my scope, I wiped it off, and he got out to 60 yards, quartering away, perfect shot, and I freaking stuck him. I'm so freaking pumped right now. Please, dear Lord, let that be a dead deer. Get all this freaking camera gear down so I can go freaking review the footage and see what happened.
Oh my gosh, dude, he's right there. Man, what a stinking morning. I came in with the expectations of just killing a doe. I wanted to fill at least one tag while I was here, and there was a spike there just kind of hanging out, so I got the camera ready, started getting on him, and he walked up, and then there was another young buck, maybe a 4-point or a 6-point, and then this giant was with him. I would never expected it, and then I couldn't get a shot because my scope kept fogging up, and it was just crazy. But 60 yards, drilled him right through the heart, and man, as the saying goes, didn't go 20, right? But I'm super grateful for just the opportunity to be out here in Illinois. I connected with Travis and the team at Bigger Bucks Outfitters over the summer through Facebook, and we just started talking, and he brought me out here on a military appreciation hunt, and man, I'm just so blessed by that, and grateful for it, and just thankful that God connected me and Travis. Obviously, if you're looking for an incredible hunt, incredible time, Travis is the guy to call with Bigger Bucks Outfitters. I couldn't tell you enough about just the hospitality and the great time that I've had while I've been here. Day 5 of the hunt, of grinding hard in October. Finally, everything came to a head. Every single deer hunting app out there said that today's hunt this morning was going to be the best of the entire 7 days I'm here, and man, obviously it was, right? I usually get big bucks on days where it says it's poor conditions, but today it actually worked in my favor, so I'm super thankful for that. But yeah, it's going to be nice heading back to Alabama with the tag punched instead of going home empty-handed. But man, I'm super grateful. Start of the season, October. So much for the October lull, huh? Big bucks are dropping everywhere, and I'm just really, really thankful to be one of the guys that dropped one. So here's to the rest of the season.